This will be a faster video, including the commands we were using before in the V editor, but we will also add some extra commands that we didn't take, so a few extra and the previous commands. This will help you to have the basic knowledge of how to use the V editor and edit your configuration files. We do as before that we open V editor like this, and we want to edit the erc.conf file. So to start with, when you start V, you're in a command mode. And when you're in command mode, you're not editing, of course. And if you want to, let's say we take the basic one, copy and paste. If you want to copy an entire line, you press the Y key twice, like this, Y, and then you can go wherever you want and paste it. If you paste it, then you just press P. Then you paste and you repeat it like this. In case you want to paste something above a line, you hold Shift and press P, and you paste above. To delete an entire line, you press D twice, like this. And this is done when you're in command mode and not editing. Another important thing will be that what happens when we delete with the D double tapping, like this. DD. What is happening is not that we are not actually deleting anything right there. We are cutting it out from the document, or document with, let's say, the file actually. And if I press P, I'm pasting it back again. So if you press D twice, you're actually cutting it out. So let's say I want to cut this out, and then I press P and I paste it back. Okay. And what happens if I want to paste it above? It's the same as before. You hold Shift and press P like this, DD, and then Shift P and you paste it above. I press D twice again and press P without Shift and it pastes below. That's not very hard, right? It's very easy once you get hang of it. It's just in the beginning it's very confusing with all the commands in V. And then if you want to copy just one single character, you move the cursor when you're in command mode and press Y only once, like this. And then you can stand wherever you want and press P to paste this character in, like this. X amount of time. Remember that when we want to delete one character only, you press X, like repeated times. Then you're actually cutting out the character. So I press X here and press P and bring that character back in again. I press X again and to cut it out. And another interesting thing is in V editor is that you can actually delete an entire word. So if you see you want to delete this word, let's say dumps here, you press D once, followed by W, and you delete the entire word. In case that you want to make the typical Control Z, which is typical for undo command, it's not the same in V. Then you use U only. So press U once, it's undo, and I was undoing that change. Okay. Now we know how to copy lines, we know how to cut them out, to paste them back, and how do we actually edit? To edit in place where the cursor is standing at the moment, you press I and you open up the edit mode. Then you can begin to type then. In case that you want to go back to command mode, you press escape. So it doesn't happen anything if you press escape too many times, because you can always go to the command mode as the further back in the line. And let's say that what if you want to jump to the first line? This is new, we didn't cover it before. Then you make sure that you're in command mode by pressing escape. You make a colon, and then you type the number of the line you want to go to. This is not starting with 0 indexing, it's starting with 1. So the first line you press 1, you type 1 and return, and you get to the first line. If you want to get to the third, make sure in command mode, press colon and make a number 3 and you go to the third line. What if you want to go to the beginning of the file? That was, as I said, like this. You take line number 1. But it's easy to know that the beginning is always number 1. What if you want to go to the end of the file and you don't know how many lines there are? Then you do like this instead. Hold Shift and press G, so you make a caption G. Then you go to the end of the file. And in case you want to begin to edit directly below this line, you press O, which opens up a new line. And then when it's opening a new line, you can begin to type directly. And what if you want to jump to the beginning of a line, because sometimes lines can become very long, like for example, let's say this one. It takes a lot of time to wait to go to take the cursor there. The easiest way is to hold Shift and press A, which makes you go to the end of the line. But please notice that you go to the end of the line and it opens up an editing there. So if I hold Shift and press A, it takes us to the end of the line and we can begin to type. Very simple. And if you want to go to the beginning of a line, press Escape, so you're back in command mode. Hold Shift and press I, so you make a caption I. And this takes you and opens to the edit at the beginning of the file like this. So now to the end. What you need to know is to save and quit. And saving and quitting is achieved by pressing Escape to go to command mode. Make a colon like I did there. And then you press WQ, which means write and quit. In some cases, when you press return here, it will say that file is write protected. In case that happens, you can force the write command. This is done by holding Shift. Not holding Shift. This is done by making an exclamation mark. So making an exclamation mark will force the command to happen. If you want to force quit, it's Q exclamation mark. If you want to write and quit and force it, it's WQ exclamation mark like this. Then you press return and we save the changes here. I'm going to clear the screen. And if you open the file again with vEditor, you can see that our changes has been saved. I want to clean up here now. So I press D twice here, DD, here also. And I want to go to the end and I want to remove that. So I hold Shift and press G. I go to the end, I press D twice. In case I want to remove what's at the end there, Shift A. And I begin to, didn't work to erase. So I press Escape here to go to command mode. Not sure what happened, but let's do like this. And I press X to clean up this. Press Escape again to go to command mode. Now I can write and save. So I make a colon, write quit. This file is not write protected. So I don't need actually to make the exclamation mark. So I just make WQ and press return. And changes has been saved to the file right now. And I can clear the screen. And I can check that changes has been made in the file. So these are the basic commands I think that you will need to remember when editing files, configuration files with the vEditor and the Vim editor. This makes sure that we are able to edit files with the basic editor included inside of FreeBSD, OpenBSD, etc. and all types of Unix-like operating system